Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, Caitlyn Clark mania. Look, I find it hilarious. Like, I be laughing about how people are losing their minds over every topic pertaining to this young lady. I really am. Like, I was staying out of it. I'm like, bro, they're not going to, they don't want to hear my take on this, right? Let me just leave it alone. Nitro, leave it alone, right? You don't even be like, leave it alone. Just gonna give me that fifth, leave it alone. So I was just gonna leave it alone. But something happened on First Take, which is, and I said, wow. And I saw how people were going at Stephen A. Smith. About a lady, last name McNutt, called him out on the show. If you watch this channel, you know I'm not a Stephen A. fan. But at that moment, I'm like, bruh, okay, it's time for the Wunderkind Show to step in the ring. It's time to step with the big dogs. Because this is absolutely hilarious. Hilarious. Before I go any further, I'm going to play the audio from First Take, right? And then I'm going to break it down for exactly what I feel when it comes to this sport. Because a lot of things, you know, people are talking about and things, and they don't understand, like, like this is what the WNBA asked for. Like acting like this is not what they asked for is hilarious to me. It's hilarious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the audio, and then we're going to break it down, all right? So without further ado, let's get this party started. Check this out. This is what's said on First Take.
And because we bring that up and talk about what potentially might get in their way, which we do to men all the time, now we got to sit up here and watch every syllable. I resent that, and I'll leave it at that.
So let me, I know we got to go to break. Welcome to the world of being a woman, Stephen A., and how you have to dance about your word choice and you have to please everybody and anybody as you navigate your being. We are talking about the world's greatest
How about being a
athlete
black man?
Okay,
being black.
Hold on 1 second.
Have you...
So this is what I'm saying to y'all, though, and I know we got to go to break. And we didn't necessarily go there, and maybe we should. There are so many layers in this conversation around the way that it's being discussed. No. And yes, Shannon, I know y'all are going to say you know, and Stephen A., I know you just shared that you have talked about the WNBA on your program, too. You guys may not have said everybody, but the prevailing sentiment for folks that are just joining the WNBA and following women's sports is unfair to the women of this league, to your point, who have laid the groundwork for Caitlyn Clark to come in and now take it to the next level. That's all I'm saying in these conversations. Kennedy Carter's behavior is not indicative of the entire league. We are still talking about competition where you are allowed to get a little extra elbow in if you are competing and you do it within the parameters of the game. The game is physical. Caitlyn is helping to grow the league. These women understand that, but she cannot be babied as a rookie. That's all I'm at.
Okay.
All right.
Who talks about the WNBA? Who talks about women? Who talk about women's sports more than First Take?
Stephen A., respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Oh. Wow.
All right, we got to go. You got it.
Did you
know you're my guy, but
who does more than
Stephen A.,
us?
I'm talking to you.
I'm talking to you.
Don't do that.
Bro.
I'm talking to you about the power that you have.
Okay.
I'm talking to you.
Okay.
All right, let's
I got
You're my guy, but I'm talking to you.
I got it.
guys, I really appreciate
you my girl, but you've missed a lot of episodes of First Take. You missed a lot.
Stephen A., 3 years ago, you would not talk about the W at this level. Don't do that.
guys.
Listen, I'm going to stop it right there, boy. Listen. I found this hilarious because here's the thing with life. Everybody on social media is just like, I'm on the right, I'm on the left. Just like politics, right? I'm a right wing, I'm a left wing. Instead of people understanding that both sides have a point, right? But I'm laughing because this is what the WNBA wanted. Like, bro, let me break this down, right? The WNBA people right now, the players, the commentators, the YouTubers, everybody that's been covering it for more than, let's say, 5 years, they feel attacked. They feel like they've been pushed aside for the show that is now the Caitlyn Clark show. This lady, the picture right here, right? And because of it, because of all the new fandom that is coming in, They're like, why are they only celebrating her? What about us? Why I worked so hard? I dribbled this basketball as best as I can. I worked hard. And that's fact. That's true. No one's saying you're lying. It's called corporate America. And some of you guys need to know that. Women also. I ain't holding no slaps. Let me tell you something right now. The WNBA in the last, I don't know, give or take 9 years. If you think I'm lying, we can go tit for tat on this. The 3 biggest storylines for the WNBA in the past, I want to say 10 years, maybe I'll go less, like maybe 8 years, right? Has been the story about Brittany Griner getting arrested, right? And stuck over there in the prison, right? It's been about the super small Happy Meal size trophy that they got at the All-Star game, and the discrepancy in pay that a whole bunch of WNBA players came out and said that some of the NBA players need to give up some of their money so that they can get paid more. Those have been the 3 biggest storylines for the WNBA. We are not counting Caitlyn Clark. We are not counting Angel Reese. We're not counting what just happened in college women's basketball. None of that stuff. Or what's been happening right now with the Caitlyn Clark saga. We're not covering none of that. It's been discrepancies. It has not been a viable workload. And look, I know who's been covering this sport. Like Sports and Coffee on Twitter, because I come from the Twitterverse, right? I come from the Twitterverse. The only 2 people I know that were consistently talking about women's basketball and stuff like that. Sosa the Locksmith, D from Sports and Coffee. That is it. All these other people now that are jumping on the bandwagon talking about all of you guys don't know nothing about the sport. Liars! Y'all haven't been covering it neither. He that cast the first stone. Like, and look, and to this lady on First Take, I laughed, right? Because I'm like, Stephen A has a point. And if forever watches this show knows I'm not a Stephen A apologist, I go at him a lot. But he has a point. Imagine going on the show, right, that has covered your sport more than probably any other sport. More than any other talk show, I mean. Any other, debate show, right? And then saying, y'all should have did more. You could have been doing more. Bruh. That's not the way the world works. It's like, you shouldn't have been talking about the NFL. You should have been talking about the WNBA. Like, it's not the way the world works. It's not the way the world works. Historically speaking, we've already seen this before. In the NBA, I want to remind you, history repeats itself. As a Jamaican, they say there's nothing new under the sun. Do you know when we started seeing stuff like this with the Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark whole thing? Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. You think, listen, and for the people that don't understand basketball, the historical relevance of basketball history, right? Do you think Magic Johnson and Larry Bird were the best players coming in when they just came in? No! You know who was in there? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Alcindor. Alcindor. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I find it hilarious. Like, people don't understand. Oh, I'm sorry. I kept saying it wrong. Lou Alcindor. But still. Because he changed, because once he got, I believe, converted, he changed his name. This is nothing we haven't seen. This is nothing. And for the WNBA, this is what you wanted. You wanted the casual fan to invest their money into your sport. Do you know what comes with that? Headaches, foolishness, bad takes. And they're doing it because of the way that they've been covering this girl. It doesn't matter if you're the best player in the league. They need something to put everything around, right? You need a central gravity force to then make everything circle around. If you need another historical point to be made, that would happen also in men's. So you can't say, oh, well, because it's not happening in men's. Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time. Do you remember when he first came out? He came out with the Nike jumpsuit. They didn't even pass him the ball. They iced him out. You forgot how they were fouling him? When everyone said, oh, his airness, oh, he could fly. They were like, what? We finna ground that plane. There's nothing new under the sun. Like, people are losing their minds about competition. This is where it has, like, they're babying her, right? But there's two sides to it. You have people taking cheap shots. People are jealous. But also, they're trying to baby her. Look, this is how it goes. She has to earn her stripes, right? As once you move up in your professional career, everything you did in the college no longer matters. It's about what you do at the highest level possible. This is WNBA. That's all that matters. She's a rookie. She's going to get checked. These veterans are going to test her. Michael Jordan went through it. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Every single person watching this channel has either watched games, wore his shoes, wore his shirts, wore his clothing, have had a poster. So people acting like she can't be treated like that's hilarious to me. Now, back to the point stating, right? The WNBA has even marketed this wrong. They haven't marketed it as the Angel Reese Caitlyn Clark. They just marketed it as the Caitlyn Clark show. That's stupid. And because they're running away from the race narrative. I'm talking to somebody on this. See, I'm honest. This is the Wunderkind Show. We can talk about everything on here. I don't hold no holds bar on here. Race has been an integral driving force in getting dollars since the 50s. That's the way it goes. And if you don't believe me, you haven't watched boxing, you haven't watched UFC, you haven't watched NBA, you haven't watched the NFL. Like, that's part of the driving force. Case in point, once again, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. That touches on a number of things. Because Magic, think about it. Magic, even the name, the Showtime Lakers. He was the flash, the glitz, the glamour. Rocking the fur coat. Larry Bird was modeled as the blue chip man that was smart, from a farm, believed in the American way, and played his heart out every day. And he played with this over everything. So they marketed it. You think this is new? That's why I look at people and I'm like, bro, like, that's why I didn't want to get it, because there's so many underlining, you know what I'm saying, layers to these. This is a topic that is so nuanced, but it captivates because it's like, bro, y'all acting like y'all don't know this, and people getting mad, picking sides, like they need this. And listen, for everybody that's gonna come on here and be like, Nitro, you don't even cover the basketball. For the people that watch this show, you know I cover basketball at times. I mostly cover football, but even in football they do it. Even in football. Y'all out here complaining that y'all getting too much covering and y'all don't like the covering y'all getting. Bro, did y'all know what happened with last year with Taylor Swift? The NFL was marketing Taylor Swift like she was the person that started the NFL. Swifties was coming in, arguing with people, talking about the cheese. Oh, no, the Chiefs is everything. Patrick Mahomes the best I ever seen. Travis Kelce the best I ever seen. Everything's a foul. Like, bro, arguing every single thing. And do you know why they were allowed to? Because corporations care about one thing: money. They even changed up the NFL schedule for this woman and admitted to it. You know why? Because she brings in money. That's part of when you're growing your base and you want more money. Sometimes you got to deal with the casuals. We complained about it. Listen, I complained about it. On this same platform, I was sitting there like, oh my God, I'm tired of Taylor Swift. You know what the NFL looked at me and said? Nitro, you know what I want you to do? I'm going to sing a song for you. It's me. Hi. I'm the corner. It's me. That's what they told me. Better suck it up. Pause. So everybody getting their tails in a tizzy about this. It's ridiculous. This is what comes along with building the sport. You're going to have the apologists. You're going to have the naysayers. You're going to have the people that are just covering it because now it's popular news. And listen, it's so disrespectful. And I told you before, I'm not defending Stephen A. because he could be an arrogant piece of work at times. You know what I mean? But to then go on somebody's show and disrespect them like that, you're not doing that to Colin Cowherd on his show. You're not. You're not doing that at Get Up on Greenie's show. You're not. Like, that's so disrespectful. And people that applaud, oh, you go, girl. You go, girl? What? Like, if that's like me, because mind you, these sports debate shows talk about popular news. For anybody else that needs any significant value, right? And I'm going to call people out to the carpet saying, the racial undertones to it. But most black people didn't start watching golf until Tiger. Let's be real. Like, this is how sports has been revolved at such high levels in the United States, with race playing a significant part. Stop acting like you're above it. You're not. It's part of everybody. It's part of the legacy of the NBA, golf, NFL, women's basketball, everywhere. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. For you then to get mad at somebody, say, oh, you have never covered the WNBA like this before more. There was nothing ever to really cover, popular speaking. You can have a niche and cover something that's not being, like, bro, like, I'll give you a perfect example, right? That's like just soccer, right? Football, as they call it over, out of side of America. Because America's the only country that calls it soccer, right? American news outlets, talk shows and stuff don't talk about soccer a lot. They don't. But Messi joined up in that team in Miami and everybody was on that tail, right? Everybody had something to say. Everybody was covering it. It's popular news. Trending news. That's why the NFL is so successful. They have so many topic points that are trending news. You have Lamar Jackson, you have Patrick Mahomes, you have the defenders, you have the coaches, like Taylor Swift. That's why it's so successful. The WNBA wanted this. Everything that you're seeing is what comes along with it. It should be more embraced than hated. But the disrespect, like McNutt, I get it. You were on the shows, advocating for it, and you were there before a lot of people. But make no mistake about it. It doesn't matter what you particularly do. It's what you can see, what everyone else is seeing and viewing. It might feel like a shot, like, man, I've been here doing this before y'all. Y'all talk about WNBA like I haven't been here before, like I was the one talking about it before y'all. There's a reason why you're on the platform First Take. Like, think about it. Was Undisputed, when Shannon Sharp was over there on Undisputed was the second rated debate show, right, in the world. Were they talking about the WNBA? Colin Cowherd talking about the WNBA? First thing first talking about the WNBA? No! Like I told you before, the three biggest talking point for the WNBA in the last 8 or 9 years has been the Brittany Griner being locked up, the small trophy, the Happy Meal trophy that they received at the All-Star game, and the pay discrepancy between WNBA and NBA players. That's been the biggest talking points by far. Not about Asia or Kate or any of that stuff. This stuff is all new. So y'all need to stop acting brand new when it comes to this. Look, like I said before, it is what it is when it comes to the Caitlyn Clark thing. I get it. It's almost like nauseating. People are protecting, but this is what goes along with it. They're trying to build a league. To me, they're doing it wrong because you should be headlining Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark. Even though they're not the best. Like I already stated, Magic and Bird weren't the best. And even historically speaking, Magic and Bird get talked about before Kareem. Magic ain't won no rings without Kareem. You know that, right? Kareem won rings without Magic. Magic and Bird is known for revitalizing the NBA. Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese should be marketed the same way. And if you got a problem with that, then I'm guessing you don't like history. Because like I said at the beginning of this episode, history always repeats itself. Always. But what do you guys think? Are you guys getting tired of these talking points? Are you thinking that, hey, the Stephen A. Smith stuff was very disrespectful on the platform? Do you agree with what the lady said, Miss McNutt? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, all right? But as always, that's an episode of The Wunderkind Show! Thank you for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh, but everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know I love the comments. If you have not done so already, check out The Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you'd like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and stuff like that, right here, bottom of the screen, QR code. QR code's to a Cash App. Cash is located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it, money sign, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nectar, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yeah.